Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well today. Good morning, Brenda. Morning, MP. All right, well, we got people jumping on. Good morning. Morning, Holly. Morning, Tiffany. Good morning. All right. Morning, Brenda. All right, I appreciate everybody jumping on and giving the morning wishes and sharing too. Real quick, again, just the good morning, Keith. I think I saw Corey on there too. The instructions again, just for folks that might be on for the first time with Periscope. If you like to share this with folks, share it with your team or anybody you know for that matter. Just swipe right on your screen and then just follow the instructions from there. And then thank you for the hearts. If you like something you hear, if you just tap the bottom right of the screen, it'll send the hearts up. So I appreciate that. Today is about being the example, or maybe more appropriately, setting the right example. So want to jump right in here. Again, we always try to keep these short. So, this business it's caught, not taught. And you're going to hear that a lot over and over. And it's so true because, actions speak louder than words. It's a very true statement. So, hey, my man, Jim Mallory, thanks for being on. It's one thing I learned early with this is that as your team grows and as our teams grow together, good morning, Linda, we're going to find that what we do well, our team is, as a general rule, if you pick any team of 100, good morning, Stacy, what you do well, your team, as a general rule, is not going to do as well as you. However, the other way around, what you don't do well, Jim Dow, good morning. It's interesting that and I'm just going to say it like it is. You guys, I try to be as blunt as I can be. What you do poorly, okay, your team is going to do more poorly than you. So what does that mean? Well, what you do well, if you're at presentations every week, if you're on every training call, you're at every training event, you're at, every event basically possible for you to get to, your team is going to do that not quite as well as you. There are going to be some people that are going to follow your example to a T, and good morning, and they're going to do what you do really pretty much as well as you do. But again, as a general rule, your team, they're not always going to do that. They're not always going to be there. But if your team sees that you don't show up to an event for 2 or 3 weeks or a month or whatever, and then all of a sudden you pop back in, you're going to realize, well, where did my team go? Well, your team went where you went because you weren't there. So that's an important thing to understand. Whatever you do poorly, your team is actually going to magnify. If you don't show up for 2 weeks, your team isn't going to show up for a month. So it's important to understand that no matter what you're doing, when you become a leader, and you become a leader when you have a team, as you start to bring people onto your team, it becomes immediately important that you're setting the right example. So in addition to being at events, being on the calls and that kind of thing, it's important that you communicate what you're doing well. So, for example, when you bring somebody new onto your team, you need to celebrate that. We've got our team page on Facebook. Make sure you're blasting that out there. Let the world know. Let the team know, because it's a closed page. But let the team know that you've brought somebody new, because they're going to see that and they're going to say, "Oh, well, I need to sponsor somebody." And they're going to go out and do that, right? So until you show them what they need to do, they're not going to do it. So, and let them know, hey, there's an upcoming event. I'm going to be there. See you there. or whatever. You need to, again, you need to communicate that message, and that's done by email, by text, by phone calls, on Facebook, etc. So again, a lot of different ways for you to communicate that that you're taking action, and it's important for them to get that message. So one of my questions to you, and it's often a question that I ask folks on the team is, and I've done this in training before, but what do you expect your team to do? Remembering that our team is a volunteer army. We're all a volunteer army. So if you could pick the perfect activities of the perfect associate, what would that be? And I don't really want to give these answers because I think it's important for you on your own to decide, this is what, if I could set out a script or a plan in terms of what I would want every member of my team to be doing on a daily basis, then what would it be? So, for example, how many phone calls would you like your team members to be making on a daily basis to new prospects? How many phone calls on, that's a great example, how many calls to existing team members would you like folks on your team to be making on a daily basis? How many texts or emails would you like them to send on a daily basis? How much time would you like them to spend on personal growth? I will throw that one out there. When you're in your car, Jim Dowd did an awesome job of talking about this Sunday night on our team call when he was training. Make your car a rolling university. So if your commute is 15 minutes, make use of the 15 minutes. If it's an hour, make use of that hour. Make sure you're listening to something positive, inspirational, or even better yet, training, nuts and bolts training. People like Randy Gage, Eric Worre, Ray Higdon, and a lot of great trainers out there. Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar. Pick something from someone that's going to either train you on what to do, nuts and bolts, or someone that's going to inspire you. Because, again, you're not getting paid to listen to the radio, but you can get paid when you become a different person because you're personally growing. So there's another great piece of advice. So in addition to the personal growth, how many, and I'll use that as another example. It's on my list anyway. How many new people would you like the people on your team to meet on a daily basis? How many business presentations per day or week would you like your business partners, your associates, to attend on a daily, weekly basis? Whatever your answers are, based on what you think your personal or your perfect associate would be that person. Take that action, because when you take that action, you will attract the people that are willing to take the action that you're willing to take and the action that you are taking. So I hope that all makes sense. Today's kind of a short one, but I wanted to really get to the point on those few things, and I'll wrap it up with these couple things. It's important again to thank you. It's important to understand that no matter what we're doing, again, not only are people watching, but they're looking for us to be the example. So they're looking to us as the example. People will follow your example long before they ever follow your advice. Because if you're giving the advice and not taking the action, then they're not going to follow you. It's better put by Ralph Waldo Emerson. What you do speaks so loudly that I can't hear what you're saying. So I hope that makes sense again. Once again, I appreciate you being on today. Listen, guys, go get the day. Go own the day. Make sure you're doing something positive in your business and growing. Again, we're going to be here same time tomorrow, 8 a.m. And obviously through the end of the week. And like I said, we're doing this through and including Revolution. So excited again about what we have coming for the rest of the week. And thank you for the thank yous. So appreciate it. And again, appreciate y'all being on. Have an awesome day, and we'll talk with you tomorrow morning.